So Rainbow Six Siege North America Pro League has come to a wrap, and it's been quite an emotional few weeks for everyone a part of the community. As some of you may know, Michael Stockley, aka Kixstar, passed away from a car accident earlier in October, and the Siege community was hit with something you can't ever prepare for. Kixstar has been a part of the Rainbow Six Pro League scene since the beginning, when he used to play competitively, to eventually move into commentating and becoming one of the best and most knowledgeable members of the Siege community. Ubisoft put together a beautiful tribute to Michael alongside his partner Parker and many other members of the Siege community. Kixstar, you will forever be missed. But what Kix would want us to do most is to keep pushing on. And that's exactly what the boys here in North America Pro League did. The final Playday was a huge one with 5 games played. Each team battling to either secure their position for 4th place to head to the Swedish Majors, or to not be in last place to have to fight in regulation for 2022's season. So what's not a better way than to start with DarkZero dueling Astralis on Bank? Yes, Bank, you heard me correctly. This is the first time it's been played all year, and we got to see it for the opener for the last Playday. DarkZero needed to do anything but lose to secure their position in 4th place and to potentially give the Soniqs a run for their money. But Astralis came out swinging and did not want to be out in last place. They stormed through DZ with some incredible plays by everyone on Astralis, giving them a 7-4 victory.
Well, this is for Sweden, folks. Right here, right now, the 1 versus 3. Can Troy get it done? Can he head back to the major? We haven't seen him in so long inside of a LAN. He'll be able to get the initial one, but what does he do with this time here? 30 seconds remaining inside of this clutch. He knows where the next target is, but does he know anybody is close? Has the one back, gets the second one, and oh my god, Canadian. It's a triple kill for him. Big bad Canadian on the steamroll right now, and J9 seals the deal. Canadian can't get it done, and DarkZero doesn't have enough in the tank.
Heading into the second matchup between Oxygen and the Soniqs was of a little importance at this point, and purely for bragging purposes. Since DarkZero lost the game prior, the Soniqs had secured their position to go to the Swedish Majors, but despite the game not having much value, it was incredibly exciting. Rexon, Laxing, Vertical, Kansan, everybody was popping off, making some incredible plays on coastline.
Soniqs need to once again work themselves in with minimal time remaining. Laxing swings forward here and takes out 2 from the inside of the courtyard. Let's make it 3 as well as he boosts himself up to that. The only one left is going to be Super, and Foxy manages him from deep inside of the site. So the second attempt here inside of Kitchen goes the way of Oxygen as they take the lead.
The third match was another important one. We had TSM, who like DarkZero needed to do anything but lose to potentially qualify in the Swedish Majors against the struggling Canadian boys Mirage. And all of this was on Clubhouse. TSM have been one of the strong names of Siege for a long time, often performing very well over the years, with players like Wallow being there and being the legend that he is. And then there is Mirage, who has had a bit of a rocky season, but shows so much potential often. And in today's game, wow, did they again show that they are a Pro League team, diminishing all of TSM's hopes for the Swedish Majors by defeating them 7-4. During the first half, it was looking like a pretty TSM-sided match with a 7-4 start. But then once Mirage was put on defense, they could not be stopped, winning 5 rounds in a row while on defense with clutch after clutch. It was clear that Mirage was making a statement. They will be ready for 2022.
Xset is still going to be attempted. One Nitro Cell goes in, doesn't stop it. Dream with 2 kills. Bolo needs to hold this cross. Chala gets the diffuser down, and we enter a post plant. Bolo needs to hold this cross as long as he possibly can. Another Nitro Cell doesn't work out. Here comes the crossing fire. Bolo with 1. Mozzie runs outside looking for a kill, but he doesn't come back to server window, but he will finally take down Chala. Bolo needs to keep his team in this match. Well, down 1 player. Nyx with Dream on low HP. This still might be accomplishable for Bolo, but he needs to hold firm. Counter defuse attempt coming out from Nyx. All of a sudden, it turns into a winnable situation, but it's not something he can stave off forever. Mirage keep themselves alive in the North American League. They will not go to relegations. Heartbreak for TSMFTX.
Heading into the 4th match, this was an important one for Xset and not so much for Spacestation Gaming. SSG has secured their position in the Swedish majors earlier in this stage, whereas Xset, they're in a bit of a tough spot and they need to secure at least a point to not be tied with Beastcoast for last place. Xset was looking pretty solid for the first half of this match, like TSM in the previous match. But once the sides changed, Xset was having a hard time stopping SSG on Cafe. Spacestation Gaming's defense on Cafe is brutal, and when they start lining up all their shots, you have to look out. 7-5 victory for SSG means that Xset is forced to play in relegation next year in 2022 because their round loss differential is not as high as Beastcoast and cannot be as high as Beastcoast even with the next match.
Filthy's still down. Creators, the last one alive. Will he be able to pick up his friend, his compatriot? No. Skies, make it a flawless for him, and he'll bounce back on the kill feed as well.
And finally, the last match of the Playday, and another important one. Since TSM lost their match earlier, DarkZero had another chance to secure their spot in the Swedish majors. They had just one more hurdle, Beastcoast on Chalet. Beastcoast likes Chalet and performs well on Chalet, and DarkZero's performance earlier in the day didn't give us really high hopes. But little did we know that we were going to get a strong, powerful force of DarkZero right away. Beastcoast didn't stand a chance, making all the wrong moves and not winning in the one-on-one gunfights. After a 7-2 smash-out victory for DarkZero, it was clear that they wanted those tickets for the Swedish majors later on.
Well, I'll take up the position on the inside of Trophy here to fend off the window pressure, and it will work as he takes down Fozo, making these numbers a bit more palatable. 38 seconds left, though, but Panfazu continues the aggression, out to find Sippin by the next window on the other side of the building. He's got one more headed his way as well. Still going to see some pressure coming down the Trophy stairs. In fact, both of them could be taken down by Panva. They should expect him in here, but no! He gets the triple, going for the quad as well, and he gets it done! Panva secures another round for DZ.
That game sense was absolutely disgusting. The way that he pushes into Beastcoast and knows where all of those players will be playing. There's not a single lick of information outside these doors. That's all Panfazu's big brain inside of that skull, just lining up all of those shots. And what?
But that's it, guys. Stage 3 has come to a wraps. It's been an awesome time. Despite, of course, everything that's been going on over the last few weeks, we are still holding strong as the North America Pro League continues to go on. And I cannot wait for the Swedish majors. I will be sure to keep you all up to date in the near future when that's going on, and exactly who our Canadian and North American boys will be playing in the near future.